My 10th weekly fragrance rotation has passed, therefore it's time for me to give you the fragrances that I wore during this fragrance rotation. Welcome back to another video, welcome to another GaVo scented week, or welcome back to another fragrance rotation. Let's not waste any time and start with my first entry. My first entry comes from the house of Amouage, and the fragrance is called Gold Man. An incredibly beautiful fragrance, one of the best fragrances from the house of Amouage actually. This is a bit underrated. This is an exquisite floral interpretation for men, again from the house of Amouage. Highly recommended for semi-formal and formal events, occasions. Well dressed. This is a very long-lasting, very powerful fragrance. Highly recommended. You can wear it throughout the year, but I usually wear it during spring, fall and winter time. Next entry in this list comes from the house of Byredo, and it's called 11th Hour. A very beautiful, aromatic, very well done, very long-lasting, very nice smelling, very easy to wear. You can wear it casually, semi-formal, even formally if you want. This is a very, very nice aromatic woody fragrance. You also have papyrus inside, which is a very beautiful ingredient in perfumery, at least for me. Next entry in this list comes from the house of Agato, and it's called Giardino di Ercole. Again, a very beautiful woody fragrance. And I do enjoy wearing this one, and I also love the bottle design. This is how Agato bottles look. Giardino di Ercole smells actually like a garden, full of flowers, full of trees. Very easy to wear, very versatile at the same time. And this is a year-long type of fragrance, so you can wear it throughout any season. Very high quality, very good performance with Giardino di Ercole from the house of Agato, which I actually highly recommend you to discover if you didn't already. Let's go further, and my next entry comes from the house of Tom Ford, and this is a newly discontinued fragrance in their portfolio. This is called Neroli Portofino Aqua. Extremely, extremely fresh, uplifting, summertime vibes if you want with this one. And as I said, it recently got discontinued. So if you like this type of fragrances with neroli, with orange blossom, with bergamot, with musks inside, I highly recommend you to go ahead and try this one out. And if you enjoy it, also purchase it, especially now that it's discontinued. And we all know what happens when Tom Fords get discontinued. So very, very beautiful fragrance. I actually prefer this one to the EDP variant from the private blend collection, Neroli Portofino, because I like this one better on my skin. I like how it smells, and actually I also like the performance of this one compared to the EDP, which is quite a strange thing for me, and especially when it comes to Tom Ford fragrances. But on me, this is the better variant. Therefore, this was one of the fragrances that I wore throughout this scented rotation. Next entry comes from the house of Parfum d'Empire, and it's called Ambre Rousse. This is a very interesting fragrance, if you ask me, mainly due to its composition, because you have vodka and champagne featured in this composition, combined with ambers and spices. A very beautiful amber fragrance, one of the best out there, and I truly like it and highly recommend it to you if you're interested in ambers. This comes with a twist, as I said. It also features champagne and vodka in the composition. Very, very good quality, and especially very good performance with Ambre Rousse from Parfum d'Empire, a house that I would actually need to try more, because it's a very beautiful house and it has some very, very nice compositions in their portfolio. My next entry comes from the house of Moth&Rabbit, and this is called Mood Indigo. And this is a very, very strange fragrance, at least it was in the beginning, because now, 2 years later, things are a bit different. This is incense, but done in a different way, mainly because it combines with water lily. And in the beginning, I didn't enjoy this fragrance. I didn't like it very much. But now, after letting it sit, this has become really, really beautiful. Mood Indigo is basically the impression of a jazz club, if you want. If I'm not mistaken, the history behind this fragrance is actually inspired by a jazz club or something like that. But you get that incense, you get that woody accords inside, and you also get that water lily. So very ethereal in the beginning, very moody if you want, but in reality, very beautiful. Moth&Rabbit, Mood Indigo. And my last entry came from the house of Cupid, and this is a discontinued beautiful fragrance called 1240. A very beautiful, fruity, woody fragrance. High quality ingredients and very good performance at the same time. You get pineapple in this one, for example. You also get sandalwood, you get amber, you get some floral ingredients also. But it smells really great and it performs really awesome. This is a project from Cristian Provenzano, if I'm not mistaken. What I have here is discontinued, just like the other two that you can see in the background. So if you want a fruity, woody type of fragrance that's a bit different compared to what you can find on the market, I highly recommend you to give Cupid a try. This is a very beautiful house and its compositions are truly, truly awesome, because this is what real niche actually means. To create awesome fragrances, to create awesome scents, to create things that are truly unique, not like everybody on the internet nowadays wants you to believe that clone houses or copycats are actually niche. This has been my list for my 10th weekly fragrance rotation in 2026. As usual, my friends, go ahead, buy small quantities, small decants, samples, test them on your skin, try them out, see how they smell, see how they perform, and only afterwards go ahead and purchase the full bottle or bottles. This is expensive stuff, so it's not worthy to risk your hard-earned money and end up with something that you may not enjoy, you may not like. As always, thank you for watching. I'm going to see you in the next one. Be safe, be good. Peace.